For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1, verse 7.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the do's and don'ts of doing your eyebrows. Your eyebrows should never look like this. You guys, like, never this. Never this. Like, why? And it's not like I'm making fun of anybody, but I literally be seeing people out in the streets with their eyebrows looking like this. Like, why? You guys, this is... I do not want you guys walking around coaster birds on your face. We're cutting this out, okay? We're gonna help our sisters out today so we can get our eyebrows looking super flaky, super nice, super natural. Like, no, you guys don't deserve to be walking around like this, oblivious to the fact that your eyebrows are not... You don't have friends. That's what it is. You don't have friends. If you had friends, they would have told you that your eyebrows look a hot mess. Okay? But it's okay though, because we're going to help you solve the eyebrow issue today. So, continue watching this video. Stay tuned and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You better be paying attention. You better be paying attention.
The very first thing that is essential to doing your eyebrows is you want to get a spoolie. Like a little spoolie like this, and I bought these. They come in a pack like this, and I bought them from Amazon, and you can use them for your mascara or your eyebrows. I use them for my eyebrows. Sometimes I use them for both purposes, but today we're going to be using them for our eyebrows. So what you want to do, you want to comb the hairs of your eyebrows, making sure they're not all over the place looking crazy, and you want to make sure they're all in place. So you just want to brush your eyebrow hairs in the way that they grow. And if you don't have like enough like full eyebrows, that's fine. Still do this step. Okay, so you just want to brush your eyebrows like so. Make sure they're all in order, they look nice. Brush them in the way that they grow, kind of thing. So I learned that the beginning of your eyebrow, like you could use like your finger or your brush or anything like that to find out like the placement of where your eyebrow starts and ends and so on or whatever. But you want to take a brush. In this case, I'm going to be using a brush. You want to take your brush and line it up with the beginning of your eyebrow to your tear duct. So it's going to be like right here. That's where your eyebrow begins. So if you like have an eyebrow that's like low in hair, short in hair, or you have thin hair like in the beginning of your eyebrow and you want to fill it in, that is the indicator for where your eyebrow should start. And for your arch will always be in the middle of your eye. Not like directly in the middle, but like kind of like diagonal right here. So let me do it with this eyebrow, because this eyebrow is better. I have more arch in this one than this one. So your arch is always going to be in a diagonal, like right here. It's always going to line up right here. And then for the end, it's always going to line up diagonally again with the end of your eye. So it should not be out here. Your eyebrow should never be all the way out here. Now, if your eyebrow grows that far down, then that's just naturally you. But if you don't have hair all the way down here, do not make your eyebrow longer. It's just gonna look unnatural and it's not gonna look good. And what I'm gonna be using to fill in my eyebrows, I'm gonna be using my Eyebrow Benefit in the shade 4 to do that. And typically where I start my eyebrows, I like to start like in the middle, like right here. I don't like to start in the beginning because you have so much product that's already on your brush, and if you want natural looking eyebrows, you're not gonna get the best effect with a whole bunch of product in the beginning of your eyebrow. Like, you're gonna have, even though you could blend it out later on, but why put yourself through all that hassle if you could just literally start off seamlessly? So I like to start literally right here, like kind of close to the arch. Like that. And then I drag it right there where my hair is, the last hair of my eyebrow is. I'll drag it and I'll leave it right there. And then whatever's left on my brush, I'll go and put that in the front. So it's not like a harsh line in the beginning, if that makes sense. So it's more so like easier to blend out once I fill in my entire eyebrow. So I'm just gonna do it again. Like that. The same way I start on the bottom, I start like on the middle, in the middle of my eyebrow. I'll do the same at the top. So I'm just gonna start right here. And since my arch is right here, I'm just gonna curve a little. Right there. And whatever's left on my brush, I'm just gonna do the same thing as I did to the bottom and bring it towards the front. Like that. There's different ways you could fill your eyebrows in. You don't have to use a brow benefit like me. You don't have to use a dip brow at all. You can use a pencil. I just prefer not to use a pencil because I found out, like, when I use the eyebrow pencils, they tend to yank my eyebrow hairs out, which is really annoying. And I struggled with, like, my eyebrows being, like, really thin from all that waxing I used to do when I was younger. So I just left it all alone. And it's more efficient to do it this way than to use a pencil. And if you're struggling with thin eyebrows, what helped me out with growing out my eyebrows is castor oil. I'm going to show you guys the type of castor oil that I use on my eyebrows and my lashes, and I'm going to link that in the description below. I got them from Amazon as well, so I'm going to link that in the description. This time I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows. So I'm just filling in. There's a little part right here I did not like. More so, that looks better. So I'm just filling it in, and then just putting product in between where there's no, in between the outline, pretty much. Making sure there's no like little spaces so you can't see. Everything just looks well put together. And then now, like for the front, I just use whatever's left on my brush. I just put on there like that. That's what I just do. But I blend everything out before I clean up underneath my eyebrows, and then I'll do it again afterwards, just to make sure everything looks well put together. I typically would go in with my highlight color, which is my concealer. That's what I would use to clean up around my eyebrows. Well, just underneath my eyebrows, because I hate that highlighted look around my eyebrows. So I would typically, for full face of makeup, I would typically do underneath my eyebrows with concealer, and then afterwards I would go in with my actual foundation color above my eyebrows so it doesn't look highlighted on my face. But if this is just like an everyday, like just doing your eyebrows and then on the go or whatever, I would use your foundation color But either way, foundation that I use is NARS. I'm gonna take a little bit, that much. And the same way I started like underneath, like in the middle, is the same way I'm gonna be like placing my concealer directly like right there, and then dragging it to the end of the eyebrow, and then dragging it to the beginning of it. So at the end, it's gonna look like this, if you guys can see. Doing the top of my eyebrows is always the hardest thing to do compared to doing the bottom. So I'm just starting in the same place as I started below. And I try to do the arch first because the arch is like literally the hardest part. So you literally just want to I was taking my time, and I'm just connecting it to the bottom part that I filled in before. You want to take your time while doing this, so you're not making any mistakes. You want to blend around your foundation. And then for me, what I do, I just take whatever's left on my brush to do the front, so it's much more easier to do, and you're not like going in and messing up your eyebrows. So exactly like that, your eyebrows should look just like this when you fill them in. I don't know if you guys can see, but it has that like gradient like effect there where it like gradually gets darker. That's what you want. You don't want your eyebrows like looking extra bold in the front, because they don't look natural, and they might look good to some people, but honestly they're not universally cute. So and this is years of practice, you guys. I did not learn how to do my eyebrows overnight. I'm not no eyebrow specialist. I just kept practicing and practicing. So if you're practicing and you're not getting it right away, don't worry, or don't be discouraged. You're gonna get it eventually, because eyebrows are tricky, like very, very tricky. Okay, you guys, so this pretty much concludes this eyebrow tutorial, and I hope you guys learned so much from the tips I gave you guys. If you're new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.